Alright guys, and welcome back to the Saints View, the channel for something content for our match preview ahead of arguably the club's biggest game for quite a while. It is of course the South Coast Derby away at Portsmouth on Tuesday night in the third round of the Carabao Cup. 7.5 years since the last South Coast Derby. It's finally back, and we've been thinking about this for a month now. It's here. But before we get any further, do make sure you're subscribed if you're new. Follow us on all of our socials. And if you haven't yet checked it out, please go and watch our mini documentary that I made about the South Coast Derby. It came out yesterday, so it's on the channel already. 7 Years in Hiding. If you could go give it a comment if you liked it, give it a like, etc, etc. Took a while to make, and it would be really nice to see some support on that. Before we talk Pompey, let's talk Bournemouth. Now, there's not much to say that I haven't said in my review. Go check that out if you haven't yet already. Very poor first half, and when we actually started playing our players in their actual positions, we played a lot better in the second half. But the fact that we were 2-0 down at half time, the game was done. We were never getting back into it. It really didn't look like it. Having said that, we created the chances to get back into it, so that's one sign, but we just didn't take them. So we went away and lost 3-1. So hopefully the players don't let that affect their performance on Tuesday night. If anything, they might have even been thinking about this game against Pompey before a ball was even kicked against Bournemouth. Who knows? But of course, we've been waiting for this game for a month, since the win in the second round against Fulham. And I think people have forgotten that this is a cup tie. You know, we want a cup run, and it's really important that we win this, not just because of the derby, but you know, I want a cup run. I don't know about you lot, let us know in the comments. But obviously it's a very significant game, so regardless of the fact that it's in the cup, we have to win. Now, Saints haven't actually won a South Coast Derby for 15 years, and they haven't won at Fratton Park since 1984. So of course a win is long overdue, and on paper it looks like an easy win, you know, Premier League side playing League One. You know, there's only one winner of course, but I don't think it's going to be that easy on Tuesday night. The atmosphere is going to be hostile, but their players are definitely going to be up for it. Their fans most certainly are going to be up for it. So we have to be up for it. And as we said in our documentary, a lot has happened to both clubs since the last meeting 7.5 years ago. That 2-2 draw towards the end of our promotion season to the Premier League, and obviously Portsmouth relegation to League One that season. They've gone down to League Two, come back up to League One. We've of course had a couple of seasons in Europe, a cup final, cup semi-final, all these good things. Close to relegation, yes, but ultimately we've had the much better time over the last 7.5 years. Now, I'm filming this, they haven't actually played their weekend League One game against Wycombe, but Wycombe are high-flying and Portsmouth aren't doing too well, so they'll do really well to get a win there. Obviously when this comes out, the result's out, so we'll see, but I don't really think it's going to affect their performance on Tuesday night that much, just like with the Bournemouth game for us. And as I film this, they're 18th in League One. It really hasn't been the best of starts to their league season for Kenny Jackett's side. Most recently they had a 2-2 draw at home to Burton, but they were 2-0 down after 6 minutes. Burton had 10 men for the majority of the game, and they needed a 90th minute penalty to get anything from the game, which screams poor, really. And they may have had a poor start in the league, but like I've said for the last month, you know, that's not going to be apparent on the night. They are going to be up for it, and they're going to be seen not only as their fierce rivals, but a Premier League side. You know, some of those players will really want to show what they can do and test themselves against a Premier League outfit. But of course this game is in the Carabao Cup, so let's have a look at their Carabao Cup form so far. They obviously started a few weeks before we did in the first round, because they're outside of the Premier League, and that was a 3-0 win at home to Championship side Birmingham City. Having said that, is more their under-23 side Birmingham. And then they went to another Championship side away at QPR and won 2-0, so 2 good results for them. They haven't conceded yet, and to remind you of our Carabao Cup run so far, we had a very convincing second half performance at Craven Cottage away at Fulham. 1-0 win in the end. Omofemi's early goal in the second half was enough. Really, we should have scored more, but having said that, it's a cup game. We just needed to get through. But analysing their team, I'm not going to lie, I don't know their team. I don't follow League One, so I can't tell you who the danger man is, but all I can say is I genuinely expect a good performance from them. Now, on to my prediction. Now, I think anyone who thinks we're going to batter them is slightly too optimistic. I personally don't think we've got it in us, unfortunately. We could do it. Obviously they're not going to be as fit as us, so they might tire earlier than us, and we could possibly take advantage of that, especially with some of the players we've got on the bench or who will be starting. You know, the likes of Gineppo, Boufal, Redmond, they could all absolutely tear that defence apart. But it will be tight, they will cause us problems, but ultimately I'd back us to come away with the win. You know, it'd be absolutely ridiculous if we don't win this game. You know, forget the fact that it's a derby, it's the League One side, we have to be winning this. and the fact that it is Portsmouth just adds so much more importance onto it. We genuinely will not hear the end of it if, as a Premier League side, we lose to them whilst they're in League One. It just would be awful. So, having said that, I am going to go for 2-0 to Saints. I do think we'll win. I think it will be tight, like I've said before in this video. Ultimately, I do think we'll walk away with the win and continue our cup run. Thank you very much for watching, guys. The predicted lineup will be out tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. See the side that we think will be starting at Fratton Park on Tuesday. We will be there, so there'll be some very good content, hopefully, coming out in the next couple of days. Also, let us know your score predictions for the game, and also let us know if you are going. But make sure you're subscribed if you haven't yet already. Like the video if you have enjoyed it. Follow us on all of our socials. Take care, guys, and we'll see you tomorrow.